Hey there, it's Zane, and I play Theseus. We're happy you're joining us on our podcasting adventure. Due to unexpected technical difficulties, our first 4 episodes may be hard to hear. Don't worry, we resolved the issues by episode 5, and we have a complete recap of the first 4 episodes, so feel free to jump ahead, but if not, please enjoy this episode of PG-DND.
Welcome back to the PG-DND podcast. Welcome back to PG-DND podcast, everybody, your non-explicit Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I'm your host and DM, Jefferson Beatty, and I'm joined with...
My name's Zane Caraway, and I play Theseus. Theseus is a human paladin.
All right, thank you. Matt?
My name's Mattson. I go by Matt, and I'm Matt Beatty.
Yeah, which name would you rather be famous for, Matt or Mattson?
Probably
That's what we're determining.
Matt. My name is Matt Beatty. I'm Jefferson's little brother, and I am playing a human fighter by the name of Adelphos the Great.
I'm Tyson Child. I am playing Alandros Brel, who is a eloquence bard satyr.
And I'm Shalise Patton. I also go by Shay. I'm playing Thalassa. She is a Triton paladin with the Oath of the Ancients.
And my name is Connor Patton. I am playing Vidius Vemarath. I am a Triton swashbuckler rogue.
Well, you guys ready to start?
Very much so.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
There's no backing out now.
The world of Theros is full of wonder, full of gods and mystery, intrigue, magic, and above all, it's full of heroes. In this world, heroes are born and tested and either become immortal through their deeds or fall by the wayside forgotten like so many others. It's comprised of 3 main cities, or polis: Akros, Setessa, and Meletis. They're mainly populated by humans who share different values. They're not contentious, but they do, from time to time, have disputes. In the wildlands, you have satyrs, which enjoy partying and revelry. And in the north lies the land of Oreskos, home to lion people. In the Badlands, far away from civilization, are the Minotaurs, the brutes of this world. And it is here where we find our heroes. The Polis of Meletis has many city-states that pledge allegiance to. Legend has it Neolantis was a part of an older civilization, one that sunk into the sea hundreds of years ago by the name of Olantis. But now it is as normal as any other. Boarding the seashore, recently it has declared its independence. And because of that, Meletis has asked its neighbors, both Akros and Setessa, but also the Lions of Reskos, to help in retaking the city. The fighting has been fierce, and the city has not been taken for several years. Its large walls surround it, protecting it from outside invaders, while its fertile earth and underground aquifers keep it supplied with food and water. It seems impenetrable, but maybe not impenetrable as it thinks. As you guys row silently in a small galleon towards the cliff face to the left of the main city, everyone is hushed and crouched to avoid detection. The moon glows brightly above you, which sends shimmering reflections off the tame small waves. You pray not to be detected to your various gods, hoping for success in this battle. You and a handful of others have been chosen to take the city from the inside. At the head of the galleon is a large, lion-like man, and you all recognize him, not by name, but by what he's wearing as the tribal chieftain of the Leonin. He raises his hand and the oars go up. You silently coast, gliding on the water closer to the cliff face. He turns, crouches down. Everyone leans in to listen to him. And he says, well, we are closer. Remember your duties. Us Leonin will take the armory. The centaurs will cause havoc in the cities, distracting from the walls. Men of Akros, you will go to the barracks. Cut off any reinforcements. Then he gestures to a small group of misfits at the rear of the boat. And he says, you 5 will take the gate. Are there any questions?
So you're saying it's just going to be us 5 taking
Yes.
the gate?
Yes. What is your name?
Landros,
Alondros.
sir.
And what do you have from Alondros?
For Militus.
Good. Think not it is just you 5 going to take the gate, but that you have the entire Meletian people behind you.
That makes no sense.
What was that?
Very excited.
Listen, we've got Tritons, humans, centaurs, Leonin, and the like, all working together to take the city. Now, if it remains independent, it throws off the balance which has been made for hundreds of years here. Whatever forces we can spare after taking our checkpoints within the city, we will come and help you. But because we are causing havoc in other areas, the gate should not be heavily guarded.
I suppose that all we're asking is, why have you chosen us 5?
He looks not confused at your question, but sort of astonished that you would ask it, because he knows who you are. Well, he knows your status, Adelphos. And he says, it is funny. It does not seem like you were chosen so much as you are destined. Destiny is a funny thing, but whether you are a satyr, a triton, a human, and he looks at you, Adelphos, or a slave, all is made equal on the battlefield. So go, fulfill your destinies. And then he gives a nod to the rowers, who pull the oars into the boat and toss ropes onto the nearby rocks. The sound of the waves crashing in to the rocks could be almost soothing if it were not these circumstances. You spot a small opening in the rocks, which is now beginning to fill a little bit with water as the tide rises. Before this Leonin man goes in, he calls back at you. He says, I will give you your instructions as you enter. Each party will have a different path to their objective. Now, the schematics for these drainage systems were given to us at great sacrifice. A spy lost his life. So be grateful that we have at least that. But be quick, because the tide is rising, and if you do not find your access point soon, you will drown. The first group huddles around him, and I nod and give a small chant quietly as they rush into the dark tunnel. The second squad does as well. The centaurs find a path up the side of the cliff to where they can run through the streets and cause havoc. He says, well, you 5, come. Now, pay attention. It is a left, and then a right, and then a right again, and then a left. It should bring you up in a fountain drain near the gate. Do you remember that?
Yes.
A left, a right, a left, No.
No.
A left, a right, and a left.
Or is it a right and a left?
I can't remember. One more
He
time.
sighs, and he says, "It is left,
Right.
right, and then left." Well, if you don't take the city gates, he says under his breath, which you probably won't, there will be others who will be reinforcements to you.
You think we're supposed to be scared? I've been fighting all my life. I'm not scared now.
Good. Now is not the time for fear. Now, may luck and destiny be with you. Do you guys go in?
Guess
Guys,
we're civil.
I'm a little scared.
Well, at least he has faith in us.
He has faith that we're going to die.
Yes.
Are you going in, or are you sitting here to talk?
Let's go.
Now, because this isn't combat, we won't worry about you fighting, but I do want you guys to roll me initiative. Because this will be you versus the terrain. I will roll to see how many rounds it will take before the tide rises a level. Okay, so I am going to roll a d4 to see how many rounds it will take before the water rises a level. Essentially, you have 4 levels before you drown. Once you hit the second level, it becomes difficult terrain, which means you will be moving slower than your normal pace. If it reaches 3rd round, the water is pretty high in the drainage system, and you will have to swim. And by the 4th round, if you're not close to your escape route, you could die. And the way the rounds will work is you will use your movement in a marching order to follow essentially the path that he laid out for you.
You said follow. I was like, the prophet.
Okay, so I rolled, lucky for you guys, I rolled a 4. So it will be 4 rounds before each water level rises. Okay, what is the marching order? Who goes in first?
I will go last.
I'll go first.
I stay near the back and complain that we're going into a sewer.
Okay.
I'm in the middle because I'm scared.
Right before we go in, I pull out my handkerchief given to me by my mother, and I put a cross on my chest, and I kiss the handkerchief. I put it away.
Perfect. Okay, it is dark in there, but it seems pretty straightforward because the path, the opening is narrow, only wide enough for a single set of people.
I'd like to be in the middle somewhere. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You can be in the middle.
And put you right
Okay.
behind Matson. It's front to back.
Oh, that's front to back? Okay. Yeah, I'll be behind Madison. That's fine.
Okay. So who's going first?
I'm.
And the whole party will have movement speed at the exact same time. We won't be like, you know what I mean, everybody moving. Okay, so this is the opening to the sewers. So there's water at your feet right now. It's not terribly dangerous. So which direction do you go?
Left.
Forward and then left.
Okay. So as you guys are walking, you're surprised at how quickly the tide is rising. Where it was just at your feet or soles, it almost feels like it's at your ankles now. Okay.
Well, at least we know that 2 of us will survive. I say, gesturing to the tridents.
Yes, if you all perish, I should say, we'll carry you out of here. Give you a nice burial.
I don't fancy being killed by something as stupid as
So,
water.
And we
I
You
can
can just keep
fast.
going while they talk, yeah. That's 2 rounds.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You guys enter, as you continue down, a small cavern, which appears to have multiple openings within it. There are now 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and 1 straight. And everybody is in there now.
You have to go right. But there's two rights.
Which right do we choose?
Something can-
And also 3 levels of path, so the water is now almost at your knees.
I say we take the immediate right. Otherwise, he would have said to continue and take the second right.
Is anyone skilled in some sort of cave spelunking of any sort?
Oh,
No,
yes,
I,
of course.
I mean, you guys can roll any sort of skill check if you guys would like
I
to investigate which
AKA
side.
survival.
I don't have much.
I skipped that skill in at birth or whenever I choose it.
Does negative, I feel like I'm not very good at survival.
Doesn't have to be survival.
Can I make an investigation check to
Yeah,
see
absolutely.
if one is like maybe more worn or
You
walked?
could make an investigation check. You do have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for those of you who don't have dark vision, it is like pitch black in here. And you guys have been walking mainly by feeling. You can see a little bit in front of you. Do you have dark vision or no?
No, can I light a lantern?
You absolutely can light a
Okay,
lantern.
I have a little lantern that I pull out.
It's enough to give everybody light. So
Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
yeah. So what did you roll?
18.
Okay. Both look identical. They both continue on into the darkness. And
I can roll for survival.
Great.
so don't forget, you guys also worship gods who might have a hand in this game as well. So if you'd like, you could roll a religion or a prayer of some sort to find out where to go. And in the time it's taking you to deliberate, a round will have passed. So now the water is raised one level. It is now at your knees.
Could I pray to my god Ifara, who is the goddess of cities,
Absolutely.
to maybe help us out here?
Yeah, you can actually roll with advantage. You can roll me a religion check.
Perfect.
Breaking out the new dice.
Okay, that would be 19.
Okay. You don't know why, but you feel like the one on the second right is the correct way to go. You just feel like it. There's nothing that stands out. There's no signs or anything. It's just a feeling.
I believe that we should take this tunnel, as I point to the one on the second right.
In your investigation, Vedius, I should have said this previous, but of the two, you can feel a slight breeze coming from this one and nothing coming from this one.
From the first right.
Yeah. You can feel a little bit of air movement from the first right, nothing from the second right.
And I am pointing to the second right, saying, I believe that we should go down this hallway, this path.
I mean, I can breathe water. I'm certainly not too worried, so...
Well, that makes one of us.
Go ahead.
So let's move.
Who do you trust? I mean,
We haven't.
let's make a decision.
We have somewhat of an answer. Let's go down.
I am a man of scholar, but if that weighs into anything of your decision,
Let's lead
I
down
do
the-
believe that this is the correct way.
Let's go down the scholarly path.
Yeah.
Let's
go
go
down
down
the
the path.
scholarly
The
path.
scholarly path.
Okay. You guys
I'll
send
We'll
march.
see how scholarly.
Are you going in the
knowledge
same
of
marching
this
order?
lord.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you go down the scholarly path. Okay, you go another 35 feet. The water rises still more. Yeah, it's now getting almost up to your waist. It is rising very much. You guys have traveled several hundred feet, winding through this dark and damp cave.
Ah, this water is comforting.
Did one of you just touch my leg?
And as you guys continue on, the water now at your waist, which means you are moving through
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain. There are now 3 openings to the left.
To the right.
To the right, sorry. It's backwards for me.
Shoot.
Much the same, they all look identical.
I just want you all to know that if you don't get out of here, I'm going to have a stern talking to with that man. I mean, honestly, the spy died. No wonder. He probably drowned down here.
And then someone resurrected him, and he came back and told them how to get
And
here.
then tried to come back through again. Forgot. All I wrote down was left, right, left.
Rinse
Okay,
and repeat.
another round has
Good
gone
insight.
by.
Good insight.
Another round has gone by, so
Good.
it is now to your waist for difficult terrain.
Okay, where...
Good insight, Vidius, but it's not the time. We're going to die in here.
Okay. Decision. Somebody make one.
Someone roll survival.
I'll roll survival.
I can roll survival.
Yeah.
It's called 6. You want me to roll again?
Was it not cocked?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like it was balanced right
No, it
between
was.
the
It was balanced.
17.
Okay. That's a survival check. You look down each tunnel. You have dark vision, and you're familiar with waves and water and how they work. And down one, the water's completely still, other than where you've moved, which is this far one. So you can assume that that's not the one. But these two, you can feel through the water that there's some movement going on, whether it's not water draining in there or not. But you don't know. They're identical.
Guys, the third one definitely isn't the way. There's no ways, any sort of indication that should be the way we should go. It has to be one of the first two, right?
That would make
I
sense.
trust somebody that has lived in water their entire lives. Which of the first two should we go?
You guys are just going to pick
Decision.
blindly? I mean, you guys, someone else can pray for where they're going. I wouldn't say you pray again, but...
Yeah, I do believe that
I'll
my
pray.
goddess may not answer the second time.
I'll pray.
Alright, what does your prayer look like and sound like?
Kind of like hold my heart, kind of like how a warrior would. And then I pray and I say, well, under my breath, or in my head, and I say, please, Iroas, please guide us through these tunnels. Let us triumph over our enemies and take this city in your name. And thank you. That's it.
Roll with advantage.
I roll my eyes a little bit whenever he says that.
I said under my breath or in my
Yeah,
head.
yeah. Under his breath and in his head. You
Oh.
didn't hear it.
That's my bad.
It was quiet enough.
13 plus, 13 plus what would be?
No, it was 19.
Oh, yeah,
First one was
19.
a 19.
So
it's
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. It is the first right. You don't know why you know, but you know.
We need to go down the first one.
Let's move fast.
Okay. Now that's one because it's difficult terrain.
Sweet.
So you move half your speed to difficult terrain. So now you can only move 4 before a round goes. That's 1 round, 2 rounds, and it's well above your waist now. You're not to the point of treading water or swimming, but it's getting high. 3 rounds.
That was the last left.
Okay. Now the water is chest level, and you guys go into a small cistern. You see above the light glow of the moon through a grate above you as water drains from it, splashing into the ground below. It is about 15 feet above your heads.
Is there a ladder nearby?
Can you check?
Can I roll an investigation?
Yeah.
That is a 6.
No, you can't see anything. It's pretty dark in here, even with the lantern light.
It's about 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
We could lift some people up over the shoulders and maybe see if we can get some of the lighter folk through and drop a rope, maybe.
Let's do that. How many people do you think we could? It'll take
Yes, you
to
two
lift someone up.
strong.
15 feet.
15 feet. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, so essentially you'd have to have, for someone to reach the grate, you'd have to have 3 layers.
3 people.
Yeah, 3. Like a base, a middle person, and a top person.
Holy
But
crap.
the,
Alright,
base
maybe that
could
won't
be,
work.
the base could be 2 people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Holding a single person with a light person climbing on top.
Well,
But time is also ticking because the water is filling up.
Really
Why don't we
fast.
just-
Why
why
don't we just
Right.
wait for the water?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Let
we
the
just wait
water
for the
bring
water.
us up.
I'm not so much of a fan of that one. How about you throw me up? I jump up.
Okay.
Okay,
And throw
so
'em
this will be a joint. This will be a joint effort.
Okay.
What's your strength score?
3.
What's your acrobatics?
4.
Okay. So essentially what's going to have to happen is it will be a joint effort. Essentially, you are hoisting him up. So you're going to roll an athletics, you're going to roll an acrobatics, and we're going to add the score. And the score you are trying to beat is 30.
Okay.
Combined.
Okay.
Okay.
So you roll your athletics.
That's not good. That's not good at all. 12. I got a
12.
12. Yeah.
Okay, because the water is rising and rising quickly, it's really hard for you to get the momentum through the water to actually give him lift because you're having to push not only him but also the water as well. And so he gets a little bit, but he's several feet from grabbing the grate.
I have an idea. 2 tridents stand on the bottom because they can breathe in water. We hoist each other up. The humans get out, and then they rise with the water because they can swim.
Sounds like a good plan.
And by that point, I'll say you guys are almost to the point where you have to swim. It's getting almost to neck level.
I don't swim. I just let it go over my head.
Sweet. So, Tritons are on the bottom.
Yep.
Who's next?
Me, because I have a pretty high strength, so I'll stay on the bottom.
How big are you?
I'm pretty light.
You're pretty
You
light?
can be on the
Yeah,
top.
I'm slender.
Okay. So, and then you just tread water until they get up. Okay. So, Tritons make the base. You climb on top. That won't be very difficult at all. Because you're holding them both. The trick will be for you to be able to hold him and him climb up.
Does anyone have a rope?
I pulled rope off my back.
You do have rope. I was gonna ask that.
That was my plan.
It's like
to get
going-
up there and then drop the rope.
Yeah.
It's like getting underwater and you just
Just
lift
like
the
lifts
rope
it up
above the water.
You're like a foot away from it. You like loop the rope around the grate. You're like, all right.
Okay, so
Okay, so I take the rope and I say, I'll drop this down once I'm...
roll me an athletics check to climb the Tower of People.
Great.
Hot dice.
Hot
Roll
dice,
me-
baby. Come on.
Roll me a strength check.
Come on.
Or strength saving throw.
Oh.
Nice.
3 plus
You got a 15.
15, that's enough. You are able to hold strong. It's the balance is kind of what's difficult for you, Theseus, as the second, as you begin to clamber up. Okay, we have. Okay, you make it to the top of the grate.
Okay.
Water is now above Triton's heads, which is no problem for you because you all breathe water. You have to swim now, Adelphos. Okay?
Okay.
And the longer you have to swim, the harder it will be because you're wearing armor and you've got a ton of weapons.
Oh, yeah.
So we make it to the top of the grate.
Yeah.
I'm going...
The grate is right above your head.
I'm going to kind of put my hands on it and just like lift it up
Okay?
and slide it.
You attempt to push it out, but it feels stuck.
It appears to be stuck on something. Can I try to push
Yeah.
harder?
Yeah, go ahead. Athletics check or just strength saving
Could
throw.
I like? Is he on my hands?
He's on your shoulders.
He's on my shoulders.
Yeah. It's enough to where he's. It's not, his head isn't like touching the grate. The grate is about a foot or two above his head.
Okay. I'm just going to do it athletics. 18.
Yeah. So starting to panic as you see the water begin to rise even more, and now it's right about at waist level for Theseus. You use your satyr strength that you get from the wild, and you hit it a couple times, once, twice, and then finally you hit it hard enough, it shakes loose. And you're able to push it forward and out.
You kind of slide it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
You can pull yourself up.
I pull
That's
myself
not-
up.
yeah.
Is there some sort... can I just... Like, what do I see when I come up?
As you push it up, you look around and you see that you're in the basin of a fountain. A large fountain surrounded by columns. Okay.
So I kind of peek around and I see these columns. And I look back down underneath the grate to the man holding me, Theseus, and I say, "I'll be back. I'll bring the rope." And I climb out with the rope over my shoulder. I kind of trudge over to a column, and I just do a quick wrap around, tie a knot, do a quick little test of it, call it good, and go and drop the rope down into the hole.
Sweet. Yeah, you do a little once over. As you wrap it around the column, you are able. What's your passive perception?
12.
12. You are able to hear the distance, the sound of speaking. And you can't really make out who or what it is, but you can tell that they are coming towards you, but not at a quick pace.
Okay. As I go and I bring the rope down, I say, we might want to hurry. There appears to be people coming.
And back down to the cistern, the water is nearly above your head as you're standing on top of the Tritons. And so you begin to swim as well, and you guys are fine because you can breathe water. But Adelphos and Theseus, you guys are treading water. Adelphos, roll me a strength saving throw. You've been treading water for a few minutes now, and it's been exhausting. You've got a full set of armor on.
And can I go over and help him?
Yeah, absolutely.
15.
Sweet. Roll again because she's giving you the help action.
23.
Perfect. So yeah, you are strong. You're a hardened fighter. You're able to tread water well. And you guys see as this cavernous room hewn out of stone and rock begins to fill with dark liquid, a rope splashes down from above. And you see the head of a satyr pop over and say,
We may want to hurry. There appears to be people coming.
Sweet. Now I need everybody to climb up. Just make an athletics check climbing up. We'll go around the table.
And I'm gonna, as they come close enough, I'm gonna try to help them.
Sweet. It'll be really easy. Roll again. You got the help action.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah. Sweet. You climb up, no problem.
11.
Perfect. Yeah.
At that point, Theseus could probably just pull them up anyways.
Yeah.
10.
Yep.
Come on,
At this point, you guys get pulled up into a fountain as well. You see that this is decorated with statues of someone that you don't recognize. You see that she is draped in a beautiful Grecian-style toga, and she is blindfolded. She is depicted in a couple different positions. In one, she holds great scales out in front of her. In another, you see she has long flowing hair that she is using to weave fabric out of. In another, you see her binding a monster you also don't recognize, but it is fierce and almost terrifying to look at. And in the last, you see her as if she's taking the blindfold off, and you see that in the white marble, her eyes are black inset stone. But after you guys notice that, you too also hear the talking, and it sounds like it's getting closer.
Well, we should probably hide somewhere.
Could I try and hide, like, either behind a building? And what is around us? So there's this ring of columns,
Yep, and
trees
these
around.
decorative trees.
Did you make these trees?
Yeah, not the trees,
Okay.
the bases.
Those are sick.
You can tell that this is like
And-
not like a park of sorts,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there a pond?
It's like a common area. You're
Gotcha.
in the
We're
pond.
in,
You're
we're in a fountain.
Oh, yeah.
The fountain is down in almost like a theatrical. You take a few steps down from the columns that surround you to view the fountain, and you see that these steps are places where people can sit. This is a common area.
So the inside of the fountain is very viewable.
Yes, absolutely. Like literally, you could look down into the fountain.
We are very exposed.
Correct. So, what does everybody do? You can hide behind some trees. You do not have time to climb a tree. That
Okay.
takes a minute. Like
How-
these people will be on you quickly.
How large are these columns? Can we hide behind the columns?
You can absolutely hide
That's what
behind
I
them.
was
They're
about to say.
huge.
That's
They're
what I'm
about
gonna
5-6 feet in diameter.
I'm going to hide behind
I
the
would like
columns.
to hide behind
Everyone
you.
take your pieces.
Which direction do we hear them coming from?
You hear them coming from that
So
direction,
much
from,
mine.
Tyson's direction.
We'll call that a southward
Okay,
I don't know
direction.
where
sweet.
this went.
DM is north.
Can we fit 2 people behind a column?
Yeah,
Jefferson,
you
I
could.
believe you took mine.
They are coming from a southerly direction. Adelphos, you're behind a column. Theseus, you're behind a column. You're behind
Anders,
a
I
tree.
go behind a tree.
Okay, and you two are sharing a column.
Yes.
And as you hear them get louder, you also see the glow of a torchlight growing nearer. And it's 2 soldiers dressed in the colors of Neolantis, which is blue and white, and they're talking. Everybody roll a stealth check. What did everybody get?
I got an 18.
13.
A 5.
9.
10.
So I picture myself wearing like a white kind of toga
Uh-huh.
thing, and that probably doesn't blend well
With a tree.
with the tree.
You should have hidden
I
behind.
should have hid behind
a
the white column,
Yeah.
but I chose the tree.
You see these 2 guards approach, and you hear them shooting the breeze, talking about the fact that they hate the siege has lasted this long. And then you see one guard go, "Wait, shh, do you hear that?" And he approaches the columns, lifts up his torch, and then just about, you see he's turning. He walks his way around the outside of the columns, kind of by the trees. You see him investigating the first set of trees. Your hearts are pumping as you see, and then you see him begin to approach your tree, Alondros. And just before he discovers where you are, you hear yelling in the distance. And you see the glow of a large fire coming from a building not far away. And the guy that's with him says, hurry up, there's somebody at the armory, there's someone at the armory. And you hear bells ringing, and then you hear the sound of footsteps coming from the north. And as you turn your gaze, you're able to hide still, it's fine, they're distracted. You see 6 soldiers and archers running from the direction where you assume the gate is, headed south towards the armory.
Praises to Afara.
Wait, they're coming our direction, though.
Yeah, but they're not running through the...
Okay.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, you guys are able to, you know...
To hide
Those
from
2
them.
guys ran, right? And you guys heard the steps and just went around the other columns. I'm not
Okay.
going to have you guys roll again. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're looking for the gate, right? So, what's around us besides the garden park area? Like, are there buildings? Can we see where the gate is?
Yeah. So roll a perception check. It is dark. The city's dark. They don't light the streets at night.
Very unsafe. They raise children here?
They're not. They're not.
Not for very long.
14. You can see in the distance. There are a couple buildings around. They don't look like houses. They look more like government buildings and/or buildings that are used, to hold markets and things like that. It's actually, there aren't a ton of buildings around. This is a very open space. And most cities that you've been in are kind of like that. When you first get into the city, it's kind of more open and public, and the further you get in, the more populated it gets. But you look down a large center street that is heading towards, again, further north. You see two little dots of torchlight, which you can assume are two torches on either side of the gate. So you know you need to head that way.
Okay, well, let's make our way over there. I don't even think we really have to be stealthy about it. Everyone's going to be worried about the commotion of the fire, and so let's beeline over there.
I couldn't agree more.
You guys...
And I want to go stealthily.
You immediately start tiptoeing around.
Taking steps, but just
hiding in shadows.
But if you do that and they don't, you all will approach the gate before he does. So is there anybody else that wants to go stealthily, or do you just go to normal pace?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'll just go with it.
Okay. Yeah. You guys run, jog towards the gatehouse. As you approach, you see a large open area, a few decorative trees planted, leading up to the gatehouse. The gatehouse and walls are large blocks interlaid with each other, held together by white mortar. The bottom of the blocks are painted a vibrant Mediterranean blue, and you see grasses and rocks along the bases of the walls. You see a number of men and women patrolling to keep it safe. You see some gathered near a small campfire where you can see food is being cooked, and as you approach, you can hear them talking about the commotion.
Can we see how the gates open? Like, is there like a lever we pull and like?
So first off, you guys run up to it. What are you guys gonna do before you do that?
Can I see the people's mouths?
Let's see. You're about 65, 70 feet away, so it's pretty tough to read anything that they might be saying. Oh, large, tall pillars also adorn the inside of the wall. And you see a large gate, wooden, with a large hewn log across the inside, keeping it from being open.
Real quick, I would just like to say to Jefferson for creating these things.
Seriously,
I know that you people at home cannot see it. I will make sure to take a picture. But
actually, yeah,
that'll cost
that's
you.
awesome.
We will be taking pictures of our terrain and putting it on Patreon. So if you'd like to check out those pictures of the terrain that they play on, you can find it there. Patreon.com/PG-DND podcast. That's DND with an N.
Just for clarification, are we on the inside of the gate?
You are the inside of the gate.
Okay.
You are on the
Outside
inside of the
city.
gate. Correct.
So is this like the Battle of Troy?
Correct.
Guys, if I can get close enough to see their mouths, I can tell what they're saying.
You read lips.
I can read lips.
it's extremely useful.
That is very useful.
But is there enough coverage?
Try.
Who has ranged weapons? We got.
I've tried.
You have a
A
trident.
short bow,
Nice.
but it's not really.
I would
nice.
throw a trident 20.
First off, where are you guys at right now?
I would probably
I was
duck
thinking,
behind
like,
a tree of some
yeah,
kind.
I feel like we'd
kind
all
of be
kind
like
of
behind
gather.
this.
huddle and then kind of be like talking as we
Yeah.
are
It's perfect. That's even better.
kind of behind somewhat cover.
I mean, I have my sling. I could throw it as a diversion.
Is the point to take the gate, or are
I
we
believe so.
to? And there is a bright, vibrant blue light that kind of encompasses these three guards sitting around the fire, and they are under the effect of fairy fire.
Which ones?
Those three.
Sweet.
And then, just because I can, I'm going to...
Do they have to save or anything?
Dex save.
Dex save for all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
DC 14.
Okay, so...
And then I'm going to turn to you and say, may the shadows be with you, and you have a D6 to ability checks or whatever you wish.
Inspiration?
Yep. Bardic Inspiration. So you can do ability checks, attack roll, savings throw.
Sweet.
Or if you want, you can minus it from a savings throw. So,
These two
from your own
guys...
savings throw. Up to 10 feet.
Actually, sorry. These two guys failed this guy's saving.
That guy saved. Okay, so they dim light out to 10 feet, and creature, so we have advantage against them.
Nice.
And if they can turn invisible, I can't do
Okay, sweet.
that. And then can I actually move back behind the tree?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can. You'll have partial cover behind there.
Okay. So I kind of jump out, I do my thing, and then I kind of duck back behind the tree.
Sweet. Okay, next up is the captain. And the captain is alarmed because he sees you, Theseus, just charge out of the bushes. This large man in a crow and armor.
I wouldn't say that I'm large. I would say
A
more...
regular man.
Oh, totally normal person. More slender and fit.
A fit man from Acros leaps out of the bushes, starts charging, and he yells, "To arms! To arms!" And nobody did a perception or investigation check or anything beforehand. And so he is going to dash to a bell that is right here. And he can't ring it because that's not his action. And then next up, the cleric, you see a person on the wall raises their sword and points it at you, Theseus. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Right off the get-go, man. I got a 1.
Okay, so...
it is a 3.
Okay, you take 6 damage as a bolt of fire seems to appear out of nowhere in the sky and strikes at you. Okay, next is Adelphos.
Okay, I have my 2 swords drawn, so I'm going to pop out from the other side of the bushes
Okay,
and start sprinting for those guys as well.
sweet. You can dash and make it all the way there if you want. And then it is up to you. You have what's called Action Surge. So if you want, you can technically attack on this turn. Or you
I
can
will
wait.
do that.
Okay, so you were going to use your Action Surge?
Mm-hmm. And I am going, and I can't do an offhand, correct?
No, you can.
I can? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to attack with my first one.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
you get
I
advantage because he's under fairy fire.
Okay.
You run up to this guard who is surprised that you sprinted to him so quickly.
And he's glowing blue.
Yeah, and the guard is glowing light blue.
First one was 16 plus 5, so 21.
Yep, you hit. You're able to knock his shield aside with the butt of your offhand and then slash at him with your regular sword.
That's 4.
Okay,
I offhand attack him.
okay.
That.
With advantage because he's under fairy fire.
Do I have to add my attack bonus or no? Since it's
Yeah,
offhand?
yep, yeah,
Okay.
attack bonus.
So that's 18.
Yep, you hit with that one too.
Mhm.
So roll your damage. So next
Just 3.
3
So
damage.
7 overall.
Okay. Sweet. You, after hitting him with your first sword, you swing low and strike him again with your second sword. Theseus, it is now your turn.
All right. Okay.
So if you choose to not dash, you are now within spear range. You could throw your spear. But if you dash, you can't attack this turn.
No, I'm gonna dash up to here.
Okay?
Can I reach them?
You don't have reach with the spear.
No. Can
Oh,
I
you
dash
can, yeah.
all the way
Oh,
up to them, but
absolutely,
I can't
yes.
attack?
Correct.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use my shield and shove one into the fire.
If you take an attack action on your turn, you can shove somebody with your shield.
Oh,
So you can't do
okay.
that this turn.
In that
That's a
case,
bonus
I will
action.
not run all the way up to them.
Okay.
And I'm done. Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
sweet. Surprised, he is shocked as you run towards him and then just kind of stop. Next up is the archers. And this archer is going to come right here and try and shoot an arrow at you, Theseus. Does an 11 hit?
Does not.
Okay. You see, as you run, actually, the reason why you stop is because you see an archer knock an arrow, and you stop and you put your shield up. The next one's going to shoot for you, Adelphos. Does a 14 hit you, Adelphos?
No.
You see an arrow, you hear an arrow actually whiz past you.
And since
hit
I
you.
am dual wielding, I have +1 AC.
Sweet. So what's your AC right now?
17.
Okay. All right. Next up is Thalassa.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet.
No, that's all right.
First battle ever, right?
No, that's fine.
So you have movement, action, and bonus action.
Right.
So your movement is 30 feet. You can also use your action to dash.
As a dash, which is lets you move again.
I want to walk up to what's her name?
Alondros?
Come up to Alondros, and
You say, I hope they don't die.
yeah,
Guys
no.
are fine.
And I want to do heroism to him, which means that until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier.
5.
So you get 5 temporary hit points, and you're immune to being frightened.
Oh, much obliged. Thank you.
As he's hiding behind the tree.
I know.
As I am hiding.
And then can I still see people from where I'm at?
Through the trees?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's partial cover, so they have a bonus to their AC because it'd be harder for you to hit them.
You still have 25 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Right. Can I move to where I can just see them, and then I want to sling the big guy?
How far is your effective range for your sling?
It says 30 to 120.
So you are more than 30 feet away, so you'll roll with disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine.
2 18s. Nice. Okay, so now roll your damage.
2.
Nice. You bring your sling above your head, twirl it a couple times after grabbing a rock off the ground, and launch it. And as this guy's ringing this bell...
Has he already rung it?
Oh, no, sorry. As this
Okay.
guy's about
Oh,
to
I
ring
was
the
gonna
bell...
say, I was
gonna
like,
say, that
wait a
changes
second, that
all
changes
my
everything
plans
else.
if he's already
As this guy is about to ring the bell, it clonk hits him right in the back of the head.
Right. I did this in hopes that it would distract him from reading.
Okay.
I am going to use my movement, bonus action dash,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull out my short bow and try and shoot the string off of the bell. I know that it's going to be super hard.
Oh my goodness.
Shoot the string off the bell.
I'm assuming it's like the bell is attached.
What if you just shoot the bell and then it alerts everyone?
That's a
Yeah.
possibility.
So, I'm going to say that's creative and cool. So, yeah. But it's going to be really hard.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm not going to tell you... Do you want me to tell you the DC beforehand?
No, I just need a good roll, dude.
Okay.
I'm crossing my toes here for you, man.
Roll any higher.
You knock an arrow, and you take aim, and you loose it, and it hits the bell.
No.
And you
All
see the guy, the captain, turns, shocked at, surprised that you are that close and that the bell was rung.
Nope, that's my turn.
It was cool and creative. I'm glad you tried it.
These
I'm glad
dice
you
are
tried
just
it.
cursed.
Yeah. So, then it's going to be the guard's turn. And this guard is right next to you, Adelphos, and he is going to try and stab at you with his spear.
Mm-hmm.
And he misses with a 6. You lunge out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
This guy...
Wait. Jose, when someone misses a melee attack on you, you can use your reaction to expend a superiority die to make an attack.
Okay, would you like to attack him
Yes.
with your short sword?
Yes.
Sweet. So now roll.
And I can also add the superiority dice to the damage.
Dope. So if you hit, you'll get to add a lot. Good job.
Thank you. Nat 20.
Nice. Heck yeah.
The first nat 20,
The
baby!
first nat 20 of the game. Okay, so you get to maximize your dice damage. Because the way we're playing at this table is that when you get a crit, the second dice of damage is already maximized. So that way, in case you roll like 2 1s, So you're automatically doing 12 damage because you're doing a d6 for your short sword and a d6 for your superiority dice.
Mhm.
So now roll 2 more damage.
Okay, 2 more d6 then?
Yes.
Okay. 5 and 4, so 21 overall.
21 overall damage.
Yes.
Adelphos. This guy lunges at you with his spear.
Can I grab it?
You dodge out of the way and you grab it, ripping it out of his hands. You slash at him with your sword, but your stroke is so powerful and fluid that you actually slash into the second guy behind him. You kill the first guy and do enough damage slashing into the second guy, you kill him as well. They both fall to the ground near the fire. Okay, so that was guard 1 and 2. They're dead.
Sweet.
Now guards 3 and 4.
Don't worry, guys. I alerted the guards. There's more coming.
You guys all heard the bell as well.
Don't worry, I
This-
like to fight.
First guard is going to take his movement to go down the ladder, and then he is going to try and throw his spear at you.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And he does 6 damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. No. 5 damage.
Okay.
And then the second guard, he's going to dash to walk over to the ladder and then use his movement to go down. Okay. Top of the initiative. Alandros, it's your turn.
Well, all of my plans were ruined.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I'm curious, what were your plans?
Well, I had 2 ideas. I was either going to do heat metal on the bell, or I was going to do suggestion on him and say, like, protect the bell so that it doesn't get rung by anyone.
Both of those were a great idea.
But alas, the bell was rung anyways.
That was...
Okay.
It's funny because I almost didn't allow you to shoot it, but I was like, that's a really cool idea, I'll allow it. Because in my mind, the bell is so heavy, it wouldn't be attached by ropes. It would be attached by, like, metal rings.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Okay,
heat metal would have been awesome because you wouldn't be able to ring the bell because it was too hot.
Because it was too hot. Okay, so I think this... Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run forward.
So you run forward 35 feet. You are...
Okay. So I'm going to run forward, and then I'm going to Busy Step as a bonus action.
Okay, yeah.
And
what does that look like?
I run forward, and in a blue puff of smoke, I'm gone, and then I appear at the other one, like 10 feet away from him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, in a very stern voice, I look at him and I say, call off the reinforcements. And
is that suggestion?
Yes. So he has to roll a wisdom save, DC 14.
He passed. He rolled an 18 on the dice. Dang it. You see, he looks at you and he says, "No!" really loudly.
Okay, and that
he says, "One bell means dinner, not reinforcements."
That's all I can do.
All right. It is now the captain's turn. And the captain is actually going to stay where he is. That's clever. Okay, so he's going to use his ability, Inspiring Leader, and he's going to say to all of his troops, "This is the moment. We are defending for our entire city, our children, our lives. Don't give up, men and women." You hear sort of like a huzzah.
And women, and children.
And then women, children, everyone fighting.
Uncles, grandfathers.
And it's everyone within a 60-foot radius, which I think is everybody. And so they all, for the next minute, can add D4s to their attack hit. And that's his turn. He's not going to do anything else. Okay, it is now the person's turn. And the person is going to move up here. And they are going to look at you, Adelphos. And similarly to what they did to Theseus, they're going to point their sword in the air and point it at you. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
14.
You pass. Yes. Adelphos, it is now your turn.
Where's the nearest person?
Not really anybody.
Is that person still alive?
Yeah, the captain. Yeah, he's at full health. But there are also 2 archers, 2 ranged people on the top of the wall.
I'm going to run over there, and I'm going to attack the captain.
Okay. He is going to use... Actually, roll first.
Nat 20.
My goodness.
We need his.
You're welcome.
Okay, you automatically do 6 damage because of your stuff. Now roll your additional d6.
It's 4, so plus 7. So 13.
13 damage with your short sword.
Mm-hmm.
You stab at him and he tries to block it, but his defenses were down as he was trying to inspire his troops.
And I can use my second one.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Gotta
be 3.
If you roll a 19, that also counts as a crit for you.
Do it again.
You miss.
No.
You stab him, and as you swing your offhand around, he lifts his spear and knocks it. Yep. Okay, Theseus, it is now your turn.
Am I going to be able to climb up this ladder?
If you use a dash action, yes. You'd be able to get up there.
But if not, would I be just shy? Would I be able to get like right here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to run up to the ladder,
Okay.
climb up. Right as I get up to the top, I take my spear and I throw it at... Can I hit the cleric?
Person.
That person that hasn't been spoiled to me who he is, that summons fire from the skies to burn me?
They have partial cover because they're behind this person,
I assume. Yeah.
so they get a +2 to their AC.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to throw my spear at the archer in front of the cleric.
Sweet.
Does a 14 hit?
14 hits.
Very nice. 9 damage.
9 damage.
Mm-hmm.
You climb up the ladder. Shield still equipped on one hand. Once you climb up, you turn swiftly and loose your spear. And it hits this archer.
I'm going to use my bonus action to get out my short sword.
Sweet. Yeah, you draw it out. It is now the archer's turn. This archer was impaled by, and they are going to come down and take a whack at you. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Does. My goodness.
They're going to do 4 damage. And you see they slash at you with this dagger. Okay, after Theseus, it's both of these archers' turn. Now this archer is going to move over here, and they're going to shoot at you, Adelphos. Does a 23 hit.
Yeah.
And they are going to do 6 damage, being distracted by
You're really
the
killing
captain.
the captain.
By being distracted by the captain, you are hit by an arrow from the top of the wall. Thalassa, it's now your turn.
I'm going to move in and taking out my trident, would that be considered?
No, that's a free action to
Okay.
draw or stow a weapon.
So as I'm running up, I draw that
Okay.
out. I lied. I keep my sling.
Okay.
Sorry. And I'm going to try again to slingshot the captain dude.
Okay, you're still at disadvantage.
8.
You sling your rock and it crashes against the wall. Okay, Vedius, it's your turn.
I will move up, flanking.
Okay,
The captain?
Attack of opportunity
Wait, why?
because you walked right past him.
Alright, then I will stop there and I'll attack him. Natural freaking 20.
Woo! There it is.
Yay!
The curse is broken.
Yay! I don't feel bad anymore.
So you automatically do. What do you have equipped?
So did you roll 2 in a row?
My scimitar.
But
Okay.
that would be a sneak attack because
Okay,
Because
so what
this
do
says all the other rules for sneak attack still apply to you, which
Yeah.
means that still is canon.
Sweet.
So,
you can have sneak attack
you-
and you just roll the crit.
If you would like to roll the damage, you can. But you get to roll, I think, 3d6 as your damage for
Yeah.
sneak attack, which automatically is 18 because you're...
Well, 2d6 right now.
Oh, 2d6, that's 12.
So
Plus,
12.
so that's 18 plus your... So you're automatically doing 18 damage. Now roll 3d6.
12.
So 30 damage. You take your scimitar. How do you want to finish off the captain?
Dang.
Well, plus whatever your dex bonus is.
He doesn't need 32
So 32
damage.
damage.
One less than the max hit points I gave him. PG-DND,
I
so...
know, let me keep it. I want to cut the bell off of the thing and hit him in the head with it.
The bell's super heavy.
I'm talking about the... Alright, I'll just...
Oh, like the knocker?
I'll just
Yeah.
stab him.
Yeah, you slash.
Give him a little stabby stab.
Okay, and now the captain is taken out. Now, it's these 2 guards, and they're going to charge at you, and they're going to take swings at you. Vidius, that's an 18,
Hits.
and a 21.
Hits.
It's 13 damage,
Okay.
as these 2 soldiers lunge at you with their spears. Adelphos, it is now your turn. Sorry,
Alright.
Alondros.
Okay, I see this guy who's been blasting fire at people. I know this isn't going to do much because he probably does saves, but I'm going to Vicious Mockery him.
Okay, is it a wisdom save?
Yeah.
14.
Yep.
She rolled an 8.
You have no power here.
She gets really
She
embarrassed.
gets really embarrassed.
You
She gets super-
power.
She gets super sheepish. Okay, the captain is now gone. He never even needed to attack.
I think you're just
Oh, yeah.
saying
She
we're all
takes
still
3 psychic damage
Not unconscious.
and has disadvantage on her next attack roll. So she's very, very
Embarrassed.
embarrassed.
Yeah, she's blushing under her. Not the good kind either. She is going to bonus action cast Healing Word on this person right there. And going to give them, now that the captain is gone, Zoe, give them 5 more HP. And then she is going to run right there. Adelphos, it's now your turn.
Run over here and I'm gonna try and get this guy. Oh, yeah, 20 again. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit. You swing with your sword and it glances off of his shield. Theseus, it's It's not your turn.
Is my spear stuck in this person?
It is, yes.
I'm going to reach out, and I'm going to grab a hold of my spear that's stuck in this archer in front of me, and I'm going to rip it out and then stab him again.
Okay. Follow it.
Got an 18.
18, yeah, that hits.
8
Okay.
damage. Can I push him off of the wall?
Absolutely you can.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. You grab your spear, you hit them again with the spear, and then you use your shield and you push them off. And they fall to the ground.
And then I'm going to use my movement.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
I end my turn there.
It is now the archer's turn. One of them just fell down quite a ways. The archer falls, 20 feet down.
Have they kicked the bucket?
They have kicked the bucket majorly. And
And
this
it runs
archer,
towards the other.
I kicked their bucket
They kicked the bucket
off the wall.
this archer is going to turn and try and shoot an arrow at you, Theseus. Does a 14 hit?
Does not.
You're charging at them, and then again you stop and lift your shield to cover your face, and the arrow sticks in. And you swing your shield around and break it off with your spear. And then now it's Thalassa's turn.
Okay, I'm going to move up to Vidius and do laying on hands.
Lay on hands?
Laying hands, yes.
You can give up to 15 HP, because that's what you have stored, but you can give any amount in there.
Okay, I will do 7.
You stretch out your hands. What do you say to Vidius as you heal him?
You will not die today.
And Vidius, you feel as she touches you on your back and say, "You're not going to die today." You feel some of your wounds begin to close up. Vidius, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'll just kill this guy, I guess. 15.
You slash with your scimitar. And that's his shield arm, and it clanks against his bronze armor.
Alright, bonus action disengage.
Okay? Or just get to the top of the ladder.
Yep.
That's it. You gotta use most of your movement.
Yep.
Okay. It is now the guard's turn. This guard is going to attack you, Adelphos.
Bring it.
And they miss.
Yes.
And then this guard is going to attack you with their spear as well.
Bring it again.
And they miss.
Yes.
You, with one hand, hit their spear up in the air, and as the other one stabs at you, you with your offhand hits it down to the ground. Their second spear. Now it is the top of the initiative. I rolled a d4 when the bell was rung, and I rolled a 2, which means every 2 rounds, more guards will show up.
We need to get together.
And so you see,
That's where I'm going too.
Where? My sister.
and you see running from this direction a soldier and an archer, and from this direction another soldier. Down the roads that came parallel to the walls. Okay, Calandros, it's your turn.
I'm going to yell, Thalassa, help me with this. And I'm going to run towards the door. And then I'm going to attempt to lift off the...
Do you want to wait for her, or do you want to try and lift her right now by yourself?
I'm going to wait for her.
Okay, sweet.
In doing so, I'm going to say, I believe that we can do it together. And now you have inspiration. So that will hopefully help us.
Yeah, I can
Lift
lift
it.
it. That's so cool. Sweet. And so you'll be able to use that on your strength check when you try and lift it.
Okay.
Next
I
turn.
don't
if you
think
want to.
either of us have very
Okay,
good strength. We'll
this
see.
person is now going to turn to you, Theseus, and say, before they attack, "Why are you doing this?
For glory.
Glory alone? You come to destroy a city?
I, like you, do what I must do.
You're not defending your home. I can see you wear the colors of Akros. Neolantis is a long ways away. We never attacked you. Please, think about this. I'll let you go. I'll tell any guards that see you to let you go.
Me? What about my troops?
Try and convince them as well. If not, we'll kill them. What, 5 against the city?"
Who's to say it's just us 5?
She narrows her eyes. "So is that a decline to my offer?"
I don't say anything back.
And then you hear her and see her mutter a prayer. You don't know what it is. And actually, she kneels for this. She puts her sword down into the granite wall, kneels and touches her head to the hilt. And she is going to cast Guiding Bolt at you.
In addition, does it also do emotional damage?
I wish. Okay.
Is she rolling a attack roll?
She is.
Perfect.
Because it's disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Because of
That's
vicious
called
mockery.
foreshadowing.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ugh. You see, as she prays, she looks shocked. like a look of fear comes into her eyes. And as she looks up, you see a tear that she wipes with her hand and is horrified because it is a tear of blood, which you know when animals, creatures, objects, or people bleed without explanation is a sign of Mogus. And then she backs up. It is now your turn, Adelphos.
I'm going to attack this guard.
If you get a 19 or 20, that's a crit.
It's 16.
16 hits.
3
Okay.
plus my second attack.
Hey, that's a crit.
Yeah, 19.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay, so you get automatically 6 and then roll the d6 again.
and I just roll what I count. 4?
No.
No.
No, dang it.
Got Matt Crit Farm over here.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a champion, which is what they do.
3.
So that's 9 plus what was the first damage you dealt?
6.
It was
Okay.
It was
3.
3.
No, it was 3 plus 3.
No,
Yeah, 3 plus 3 because of his damage
So 6
modifier.
plus-
I thought it was
I thought he
one
rolled a
plus-
1.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
so it was 4.
It was a 1.
If it was a 1, then it was
4.
4.
It was. I rolled a 3. And
It
then
was a 1.
plus
It was a
3.
1.
It was?
Yeah.
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 That's fine.
You still
Still
crit
good.
it.
Yeah,
so
you still crit the second time. So
9
you-
plus 4.
You slash into this guy with your short sword, and the impact of the blow actually knocks his shield away. And then you slash it again with the other short sword, and you kill this guy. And then you actually do damage and slash into this guy as well with the excess. Next up is Theseus.
Okay. Let's see, do I have enough movement to reach her? Is the question.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, you
Right
absolutely
up to her. Okay.
Yeah,
How far can I reach with my spear? Can I reach?
you don't have reach. It's only 5 feet.
It's only 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
However,
You can throw it, can you?
you can
Yeah.
throw it, but if you attack her and hit successfully, you can bonus action push her, which will push this person, which they could fall.
I could push both of them.
Well, you push one into the other.
Right.
They'd have to roll a dexterity saving throw to see if it's.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna move up to her.
Okay.
And as I sprint along the wall above this door that we're trying to open, I look at her as I sprint up. And since no one else, and I only say this because no one else, none of like the party is gonna be paying attention. They can't hear. As I see this tear of blood come from her eye, and I know that it's a sign of Mogus, the god of slaughter that I worship, which of course none of the other party knows. I say, look at the power that my god gives me, and how you've been betrayed. And I go and I stab her with my spear. Okay, and I'm also gonna smite.
Sweet.
Oh yes, 21,
Oh, that hits.
and I am going to use the thunderous smite, which lets me add 2d6 of thunderous damage. And I think they actually, let me check. I think they also have to. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw. They're not a creature, though, right?
No, you're a creature.
They're a creature.
A creature-
Every
human is a
living
creature?
thing is a
Okay,
creature.
see, I
Everything
wasn't
is a
sure.
creature.
You
Yeah,
know
no,
what I
you're
mean?
good. You're good.
Okay, that's
that was
fair.
my big question too.
Must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
So you just blow them back
Both
off
these-
the wall.
Well, they have to roll a strength.
Oh,
The first person
Let's add some damage here.
The wall is angled.
We got 11 damage.
plus your.
Oh
ability
yeah,
modifier.
plus 5.
So 16
So
damage.
16 damage.
Okay, you raise your spear and you thrust it, and she holds up her shield in vain to try and block it. But the sheer force of your blow, empowered by your god, impacts the shield, dents it, and pushes her back. And you can tell that blow killed her. She gets hit into this person, who will make a dexterity saving throw, this archer, to see if they fall as well, because they're getting hit in the back. And they rolled a natural 1.
Oh, yes.
So they fall off the front of the wall, and about 20 feet up, so they'll take 46 damage. Exactly enough. They fall off the wall. Both of them fall off the wall, and as you peer over and see them not moving, you know that if you continue the path of Mogus, you will remain unconquered. Okay, next up is the archer's turn,
That was
which
pretty
they are
cool, though.
gone. Okay, Thalassa, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the gate and support my fellow man.
Sweet. You run up to the gate, So this is similar to what we did with just a team, instead of trying to get over 30 now. So roll an athletics check. Between both of you, you're trying to hit a 25. And that is to successfully lift this large log. You got a 10.
I've got 15.
You don't need to use
Yeah,
it.
you don't need to use that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't use that.
Yeah, you don't need to use it. You have 15. You made it to 25. At first, it seems like you guys can't do it. This is a very, very large, man-sized log. But you kind of push with little success, and then you guys look at each other and say, on 3. 1, 2, 3, and you both push with all your might, and then lift it up, and it lands on the ground. So this turn,
push the door open.
they're very heavy. That will be the next turn.
Okay.
Now, what the heck? You can push them open. That's fine. You push.
We
The door's
push
actually
together.
open inward.
Did he give us a signal to give? Just open the doors and they come.
The doors are open. They
That
should
was
be
how
able to
we
do the
were
rest.
known.
Like,
The guards come and they just close them.
You know.
maybe like wave a torch or something.
You'd have to
like
run
that.
out front and wave a torch to signal, essentially. You'd know that because it's nighttime. But they are waiting. It's not like you're going to wave this signal and everyone's like, grab your stuff, let's go! It's like they're sitting there like waiting for the signal. Okay? So it just means one more turn before the army can be signaled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Vedius. It's now your turn.
I guess I'm gonna run over this. I'll have to bonus action dash over to him.
Sweet.
And take
Sneaky
a strike.
And if you hit, this counts as a sneak attack because you have...
You're all by yourself.
12.
Yeah, you miss. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's all good.
You dash towards him, slash with your saber, and he rears back and hits it up with his spear, the end of his spear. It is now the responder's turn, and one round has gone. So, this guy is just going to sprint, and then this person is going to go there and is going to shoot for you. Adelphos. Okay, I'm guessing 11 doesn't hit you. Okay, and then this person is going to try and spear you, Vidius. They rolled a 17 on the dice.
Yeah, definitely.
And then with their spear, they're going to do 4 damage.
Okay.
You try and dodge out of the way, but the spear catches your arm,
Having a rough day.
and it tears your coat as well.
So not a good day to have a rough day.
Alondros, it is now your turn.
Okay. There is fire on the side of the doors. You said.
Correct. On
Okay.
either side, you could they're on the columns.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Torch.
grab a torch and I'm gonna run in front of the wall
You're going through the gate.
through the gate, and I'm gonna do the signal. Whatever it is. I'm gonna wave the torch or whatever.
Yeah, you go out
We
and
know
you
what it
run. It won't be an action with the torch. You dash. You go 60 feet out in front of the walls.
70.
70 feet. Sorry. 10. You had to go grab the torch for 10 feet, so
Okay.
60 feet. And the hillside is Mediterranean, grassy with some shrubs, rocky as well, and you can see into the sea. They face the sea largely. A large road goes down, and you see the hill slowly goes down and levels out to the beach, and that's where the army is camped. You see dozens of ships beached with tents, but you also see it all vacant. And you see just at the foot of the hill, in anticipation, waiting for your signal, a massive army of thousands of Acroans, thousands of Meletians, thousands of Cetessans, and also you see with them centaurs, satyrs, leonins, and a minotaur or two, in fact. And as you wave the torch frantically, you can see to your right in the east the cracks of dawn begin to break. And you hear the sounds of thousands of feet and the yells of thousands of men charge up the hill. You will just have to take care of these guards.
All right.
It is now Adelphos' turn.
I'm gonna attack this guy.
You swing, and he blocks it with his shield. Theseus, it's now your turn.
Alright.
You see Alondros run through the gates, wave the torch, and you can see the army approaching.
How long do we have till the army gets here?
A couple rounds. They got to run pretty far, but essentially it's just you got to take care of these guards and wait it out.
Okay.
Actually, I'll roll a d6 to see how many rounds it takes for them to get up the hill. 2 rounds. So
2
you'll be
rounds.
here fast.
They're pretty quick.
Then I will. I'm thinking about it.
You would have to roll an athletics check,
That's fine.
and if you are successful, you will take less damage.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Kinda like-
Can
You can jump on it if
I
you
don't
want to.
want to take that again. Yeah, can I do it? I'll go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I look down at the guy below me.
So roll me an athletics check. If you get above a 15, you will take no damage. If you get above a 10, you'll take half damage. And if you get below a 10, you'll take full damage.
I got a 17.
Sweet. You don't take any damage. You run and you leap off of the wall. And you clatter into this guy. And he is going to take a d6 of damage because he landed on you. And he took 6 damage.
Nice.
And he is knocked prone.
Do I still have my attack?
Yeah, that was your movement.
Cool. Awesome. Then in that case, stab him with my spear while he's on the ground. Do I get advantage?
You absolutely do, because he's prone.
As he lands.
Yeah,
I
you
already-
knock him over.
I got a 19.
Yeah, I don't... Do you want to roll damage? She has 2 hit points left.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So you jump down, and you kind of ball yourself up and hide behind your shield. Your shield hits him, and right when your shield hits him, you put your legs on the ground, and so it knocks him over, but you're fine. And then in the same motion, you stab your spear down.
I just cannonball this dude.
And you dispatch him. Essentially. It is now Thalassa. It's your turn.
Okay. Can I move? So I'll have more movement left after
Mhm.
I do this.
Okay. That would create an opportunity attack, which means he gets to try and hit you, because you're moving away from him.
Okay.
Okay.
After
All
I'm
right.
already
Yep.
dead.
Okay, he rolled 17 on the dice, so 21 to hit. He catches you with 4 damage with his spear.
Okay.
As you back away, he slashes at your legs.
Okay. And then can I do my laying hands again
Mm-hmm.
on
Oh, cool.
you?
Heck yeah. I'll take it.
We'll do 5.
Which I think leaves you with like 2 left.
Yeah. Well, I did 7. Yeah.
Or 3 left.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
3 left. So okay. And then I would like to move back close enough to try to stab that person with my trident.
Is laying hands a bonus
Oh wait,
action?
you're
It's an
right.
action.
You're
Or an
right. Never
action.
mind. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's fine. Cool. Sorry, I forgot about that.
No, that's alright. I just wasn't sure. Vedius, it is your turn.
I'm trying to hit this guy.
His armor class is 16. You didn't get 16?
No, I got a 12.
Ah, it is now these guards' turns. This guard is going to run up with this guard, and they're going to try and close the gate because they hear the people coming. And then this guard chuckles as you try and get him, and he's going to try and stab at you again. It's an 18, and he does 6 damage. He chuckles and gets you with a spear.
Or you can hit him. And
Okay.
run away.
Oh, yeah. That's
Adelphos, it's your turn.
I'll run up
What'd you roll?
a 13.
Yeah, sorry, that's a
Oh my
miss.
gosh. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, geez, you've rolled 4 crits tonight.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh, geez, 4 crits over here.
Forgot about
Okay, sure.
I
All
wish
right.
all my rolls were crits.
Would you like to trade?
Okay,
I wish
fighting
Theseus, it is now your turn.
You go.
Theseus, it is now your
Maybe
turn.
1-1,
All right.
but the rest
Cool.
20s and 19s.
All right, so I'm going to stab him in the back
Okay, stab him with your
with
spear.
my spear. Let's see, 21 hit.
Oh yes, that hits.
Maybe a little bit. And we're going to do 10 damage.
Would you like to push him with your shield as a bonus action?
Absolutely, I
Okay.
would. Absolutely, I
You
would.
could light them on fire.
15.
15. That hits, so they're knocked prone.
Awesome.
Yeah, this person is now knocked prone on the ground. They're
Push
still alive.
out
though.
of the gate.
Oh no, they're like inside the gate.
Wow, Tyson,
Does that make sense?
I have better things to do than just hit him with the torch.
Tyson's like, ah! Okay,
With my -1 strength!
Thalassa, it is now your turn.
You said just eye flash.
Oh no!
I'm hideous!
I'm going to
That's way worse than attacking you. You just scar him for life.
Scar him for life.
behind that guy
Okay,
You look at
and
him. We take
stab
this
him with my
seriously.
trident.
sweet.
Trident.
You attack, control, roll to attack, roll to
We
attack.
all know that I can't say that right, apparently.
It's like Benedict Cumberbatch trying to
With
say
penguins.
penguins.
So 17,
Yeah, that hits.
7,
Okay, 7 damage to this person.
and do anything else.
Okay,
That's it.
sweet. Vedius, it is now your turn.
I'm trying to hit this guy.
Okay, Vedius.
Thaddeus.
It's all you.
Thaddeus.
I hope
Remember,
it's a
you
natural
have
one.
bardic
You have bardic
inspiration.
Yeah, I
inspiration.
know. I keep forgetting, but I remembered this time. But honestly, I hope it's a natural one.
It's a natural 2. Is that any better?
Dude, even if I add my bardic inspiration, I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So.
you have bonus actions. You wanna
Cool,
use
I'm
them?
gonna disengage and freaking run away.
Okay.
There you go.
And he is now going to try and stab you. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And they do 6 damage.
Are we reached 0 yet?
Fine.
Are you still
dude,
up? Are you still
I'm
up?
so good.
Are you
What are
still
you at?
up?
I'm up.
Holy cow. Okay.
I'm fine.
So, you see a very weary, very
I'm
exhausted
fine.
Thaddeus right there. Okay, and it is now this guy's turn. She's gonna get up, and she's gonna grab her dagger, and she's gonna try and hit you.
She gonna try.
And she rolled a 16.
Nope.
Okay. This person's gonna turn around and try and hit you, Thalassa.
Okay.
And they got a 21
Yep.
to hit. I don't know why the Tritons are so easy to hit right now. 6 damage.
Okay.
Londros.
Okay, I'm going to run back in.
Sweet. You can't run back in because they are... I mean, you can run past them if you want. But
No,
Wait,
so I'm going to
you
run
guys-
in close enough. I am going to whisper something secret, and the one guy needs to roll a wisdom save
Okay.
against my dissonant whisper.
They rolled a 13.
Okay, he takes 3d6.
Oh, what? Whoa!
11 psychic damage, and they must run.
No, they're not,
Away
they're
from
not
me.
running anywhere. What do you say?
Oh. If only he can hear.
You are going to die.
And you see Thalassa and Adelphos and Theseus, this guard, cup his hands over his ear frantically, and his eyes go bloodshot. And he kind of screams, and then he just claps. Yeah. It is now Adelphos' turn.
That was me.
Okay,
Kill
I'm
the man without a sword.
gonna run and help.
That is the power of the pen, my sir.
That creates an opportunity attack.
Okay.
I gotta get me one of them
Just run
pens.
away.
Mhm.
Okay, they rolled a 19 to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, and get you with their spear. That's 8 damage.
Okay. Attack. 14.
You miss.
Dang it.
You run up and you slash at this guy too. This guy, he is a regular guard, but he is on fire. He blocks your sword after blocking Thaddeus' moves. And he looks at you and he says, "You want a piece of this action too, don't you?"
Darn right.
He's very proud of himself right now. Theseus, it is now your turn.
Okay, that guard got back up.
No, yeah, the guard in front of you got back.
I'm gonna stab at her with my spear. Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Yeah, you miss her.
Yeah, I can still use my bonus action to shove her down though, because I used the attack, right?
I think the wording is if you hit on a, or is it just if you make the attack action?
If you are taking the attack action,
Yeah, then you can, yeah, absolutely. You can knock her prone again if you want.
much better. A 15.
Yeah, you knock her down.
Nice.
She falls to the
Shove her
ground.
back on the.
She falls to the ground again, but no damage taken. Okay. It is now the guard's turn. She's gonna get back up. She is. Oh no, Thaddeus, it's your turn. We skipped your turn. Sorry, Thaddeus, it's your turn first. It's actually Thalassa' turn first. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you first.
Sorry.
Thank you for not saying anything, guys. But we're back on
Yeah,
track.
I forgot to write down.
No, that's all right.
I was reading
Thalassa,
my
it's your
stuff,
turn. No,
so-
that's fine. That's my bad.
I will go over and try to stab her with my trident.
Okay.
And she's on the ground.
To get advantage.
Yep.
I get advantage.
Yeah.
14.
It hits. That's her armor class.
Okay, it's gonna be a 5.
Yeah. So you thrust your trident down, and she's finished. Now it is Lydia's turn.
Bonus action, disengage, and I'm
You're gone.
60 feet away from him.
Okay. And it is now this guard's turn, and he narrows his eyes at you, Adelphos, and goes, "Ha! The other was afraid of me!" And he's going to try and stab you with his spear.
And as I run past all of them, I say, "I'm fine! It's fine!"
He rolled a 21 to hit you.
Yes.
Okay.
He's doing very good.
He does 5 damage.
Okay.
Alondros, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to run in the gates
Okay.
and say, the army is on the way. It appears you're doing well. No, I probably wouldn't see you and know that you needed help, so it appears you're doing well.
I'm just waiting for the 2 other guards to come up.
I purposely haven't brought more guards in because they're doing other things. Adelphos, it is your turn.
I am very mad that this dude has gotten a hit on me.
2 hits.
2 hits, actually. And since he asked, do you want a piece of this? I'm saying, feel the wrath of my god. I'm going to attack. I missed.
What is it?
3.
Yeah, you
An
say,
8.
feel the wrath of my god. And as you say that, a bug flies in your mouth. Feel the wrath of my god. And you gag and you try swinging kind of blindly, and the guy like just leans back a little bit and it totally misses him. Theseus, it is now your turn.
Awesome.
Please.
Can I intimidate multiple people at the same time?
Sure. Who are you trying to intimidate?
Both of the guys, see both of them.
There are no.
So this is my plan.
There's
So
only
they're
one guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the only one left?
Yeah.
I look at him. I point my spear at him. And I say, don't you see? Our armies are coming. Why do you stay?
Roll an intimidation check with advantage, because that
That's
was
good.
pretty cool.
With advantage. I got 16
That's with advantage.
with advantage.
Okay, he rolled a 19 on the dice. Oof. And you see this guy, he's doing really well.
He's like,
He's
like, bring it on.
I don't think anybody's actually hit it.
He's been hit once.
Oh.
He laughs at you. He says, "Ha! Who are you, a Crowan? This is my city.
That's about to be sad.
Run!" he points a spear at you and he says, "Run!" He's not counter-intimidating you, but... Okay.
Was it
This
his
dude's
turn?
really feeling his
He
experience
is.
today, man.
Yeah.
He really is.
He had
Okay,
his
it's your
reasons.
turn, Thalassa.
Got his mojo.
Let me see.
I'm gonna go over to
3 points of healing to you.
Him, and I am going to give him 3 points of healing. And that is it.
Vedius, it is now your turn.
I'm just gonna pull out my short bow and I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, done. I'm gonna
I hope you get this.
I do too.
And
I
if
hate
you
this guy
hit-
so much.
Is it still sneak attack because someone is there or
Because
no?
he's engaged.
Yeah,
with
within 5. Yeah, it is.
Can you please?
He rolled a 4.
Oh no.
Okay. Alright. After Vidius, it's your turn, Alondros.
I did not think that it would get to my turn, so...
By this point, the army is here.
Okay.
The army is rushing through the gates. And as such, after he says, you run, he sees an army. He sees all these men, centaurs, satyrs, cetaceans running through the gates. His eyes go wide, and he drops his spear and shield, and he runs.
Is that attack of opportunity?
Coward!
And that's where we'll end our session.
Hey, do you love everything PG-DND? Be sure to subscribe to our TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for consistent updates. We're also on Patreon.com for only $2 a month. You can also get loads of exclusive content, including our after show. Thanks as always, and we'll catch you next week on PG-DND.